Nepal extends lockdown in Kathmandu Valley amid surge in COVID-19 cases. Amid a surge in COVID-19 cases in Kathmandu and surrounding districts, the authorities have decided to extend the lockdown in Kathmandu Valley till May 12. U.S. lawmakers launch Free the Vaccine campaign in support of India, South Africa. The campaign was launched in support of a proposal by India and South Africa before the World Trade Organization to temporarily waive anti-COVID vaccine patents to boost its supply, U.S. helping India significantly in its fight against COVID-19, says President Biden. So far, 6 air shipments have departed the U.S. for India. These flights include health supplies, oxygen cylinders, N95 masks and medicines. U.S. birth rate falls to lowest point in more than a century. The U.S. birth rate fell 4% last year, the largest single-year decrease in nearly 50 years, according to a government report. Netanyahu's deadline to form new Israeli government expires, rivals eyed. Benjamin Netanyahu's deadline for forming a new Israeli government expired early on Wednesday. U.S. President Joe Biden aims to vaccinate 70% of American adults by July 4. U.S. President Joe Biden announced a goal to vaccinate 70% of U.S. adults with at least one COVID-19 shot by the July 4. Families tell of desperate searches after Mexico metro collapse. An overpass in Mexico City's metro collapsed Monday night, sending a train plunging downward onto a road, trapping cars under rubble and killing at least 24 people. Taliban would roll back Afghan women's rights if back in power, U.S. intel report. The Taliban would roll back much of the progress made in Afghan women's rights if the Islamist extremists regain national power, according to an assessment released on Tuesday by top U.S. intelligence analysts. Japan considering state of emergency for Tokyo, other areas beyond May 11. The Japanese government is considering an extension of the state of emergency for Tokyo and other major urban areas that was scheduled to end on May 11. In pictures, Muslim miners in Bosnia break fast underground. G7 foreign ministers meet face-to-face after pandemic pause. The ministers wore face masks and greeted one another with arm and elbow bumps as they arrived at Lancaster House. Heavy flooding in Afghanistan kills at least 37 people. Afghanistan's Natural Disaster Ministry, Tamim Azami, said over 405 families were Brazil, 18-year-old kills children, teacher at daycare center armed with a knife. An 18-year-old entered a daycare center in Brazil's Saudades and killed several children and at least one teacher on Tuesday. U.S. expert Fauci advises India to marshal all resources, including army, to fight COVID surge, expressing concern over surging coronavirus cases in India. America's top public health expert and White House chief medical advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci recommended a nationwide lockdown, a massive nation drive and the construction of a large number of makeshift hospitals. 15 killed, 35 injured in bus accident in Pakistan. At least 15 people have lost their lives while over 35 others have been injured in an accident when a speeding passenger bus fell into a ravine in Pakistan's Punjab province. Sikh man attacked with hammer by hate-fueled black assailant in US. Sumit Aluwalia, 32, of Astoria has said his assailant was fueled by racial hatred. Australia walks back racist India ban after backlash. Scott Morrison's government moved to ban travellers from India from entering Australia until May 15. threatening rule breakers including Australian citizens with prison time. Scary video captures Mexico rail overpass collapse that killed 20, injured 49. Watch an overpass in Mexico City's metro collapsed Monday night, sending a train plunging downward onto a road, trapping cars under rubble and killing at least 20 people. As Bill and Melinda Gates head for divorce. A look at their wealth and philanthropy. Microsoft founder Bill Gates and wife Melinda Gates announced they were heading for divorce on Tuesday, after 27 years of marriage. How the couple ends up settling their estate and any impact on the foundation will be closely watched. US FDA expected to authorize Pfizer COVID vaccine for teens by next week. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is expected to authorize Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for those aged 12 years and above by next week. FBI. Armed man shot by officers outside CIA headquarters. An FBI agent opened fire on an armed man outside CIA headquarters in Virginia on Monday. Bill and Melinda Gates announced divorce after 27